Yes, Abba Father, you know my name. And truly, Abba Father knows your name. And because he knows your name, we want you to stay back and enjoy this broadcast.
And you know my name. I give you glory. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me.
We are on to our history page. And of course, we just listened to Reverend Sama giving us Abba Father.
Lord, I see your love upon me. Every time I look around, now you are. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. I dey hear your voice in my heart. Lord, I feel your love over me. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I turn.
And yes, anytime I look around, now you are the sea. Thank you very much, Reverend Sama, for that introduction. And we know you always come in here to assure the people of Ambazonia. And some people are saying, but why always this one particular music? Well, this is our signature tune. And when I was in school, I was told that a lesson that has not been learned should be repeated. We shouldn't rush to go to other lessons. And that is exactly what I'm doing with us today. All right, Reverend Sama, before I greet the people, can you come back in and then, continue and let us know exactly how our Father loves us? Over to you.
You know my name. Papa, you know me. Yeah. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Jesus, your love, now oh. My master, your kindness, now wonder oh. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the feel. Jesus, you said I be a picking no. Jesus, you said your love go cover me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I look around, now you are the feel. Oh, Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Yeah. Papa, you know my name. Oh, yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father.
Thank you very much, Reverend Sama, Abba Father. You know me and you know my name. We are very, very grateful that we have people like you who are telling Ambazonians exactly what the Ambazonians supposed to know. And of course, we have this our lady who always wants to come in after Reverend Sama. When I remember, when you are told of what you know, the next thing is to remember who knows you. All right, let's go.
Come, let us rejoice and be glad.
Please share this link and share for people to understand our history.
When I remember the goodness of our Lord. me. When I remember, hallelujah. When I remember that Jesus died for me. When I remember, oh yeah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I remember, hallelujah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I remember, oh yeah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I remember, hallelujah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I remember that Jesus set me free. When I remember, hallelujah. When I remember that Jesus set me free. When I remember, oh yeah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I remember, hallelujah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I remember, oh yeah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I remember, hallelujah. When I remember the goodness of the Lord. When I
Thank you very much, sister. I am sure you have exhausted, and I have given you enough time to tell our people to remember. A number of people are not remembering, and they do not actually know and may not want to know exactly what is going on in our revolution. And because of that, we need Dr. Sama to remind us again.
You know my name, oh daddy, I can see your hand in my life. Lord, I see your love upon me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. I dey hear your voice in my heart. Lord, I feel your love over me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the pillow. I'm a father, you know my name. Papa, you know me. Yeah. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Jesus, your love, now oh. My master, your kindness, now wonder oh. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. Jesus, you said I be a picking, no. Jesus, you said your love go cover me. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I look around, now you are the pillow. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, yeah. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Papa, you know my name, oh. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Yelele, 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 yelele.
Thank you very much, Reverend Sama, once again for coming in. Greetings to the people of Ambazonia, especially those of you on home front. 21 gun salutes to all of you for the good job you are doing over there, making sure that you let the oppressor know that we have come to an age where we are not turning back. Yes, this is our time, and because it is our time, we must go in and possess the land. Now, Amazonians, we will always want to come back and remind you of what is going on, which I call current events. But the current events cannot go without reminding you that this our fight is actually a fight between the spirit and the physical. And the two spirits that are at war are the evil spirit and the good spirit. The good spirit is the voice of God, and that good spirit is what is helping us to be where we are today. Now, many people don't agree and many people don't believe in that, but sincerely, we want to let you know that an average human being believes in the existence of deities that are in charge and in control of the affairs of men here on earth. They may not be very much believing straight like that when asked, but there is that notion, that idea that there is something or somebody that is in charge somewhere, and that somebody or something that is in charge somewhere. I've told you, and we have told you here together with my guest, that these things are called spirits. And man is first of all a spirit before a physical being. So we live first of all in the spirit before we get into the physical. And that is exactly where we are. And if we have been listening very, very well, sometimes we fight battles that are wrong battles. Yeah, we go to fight a battle that is not the real battle that you're supposed to fight. The real battle that we're supposed to fight is in the spirit. And many people don't want us to talk about spirit. They want to talk about their own that does not have results. And we have seen it all over the place, where people are talking, emphasizing. Yes, they could be talking the truth, but that truth has to have a backing. And this backing should be the person who created the truth. And they ask me, who created a lie? Well, just like you know yourself, the truth is before you, and you feel that telling a lie will help you to ascend or to go to or get what you want to get very fast through lies. I will not take you right back, but I want to say that since the division and the partition of Africa, unfortunately, many people do not know that Africa is the cradle of civilization, or what we want to say, the birthplace of creation. Because if you get down to the entire world, you'll discover that it is only in Africa that we have hundreds of thousands, if I'm not exaggerating, of languages, which means that the Tower of Babel that is written in history was actually situated in Africa, and which is also telling us very seriously that God is an African. But because many people who have grown up and have actually handed over to the devil, and the devil is out to cause confusion, cause jealousy, cause a lot of dissensions, and make you to even try to kill somebody that you will not, after his death, take a pin from his property, but you go ahead to kill that person. It wasn't so before. But when the enemy took over and make us to look our skin inferior to some aliens, I'm sorry, I'm not calling any person here aliens, but if you are an alien, you will know that you are an alien. But I say that when we grew up and did not utilize the knowledge that God had given to us, he transferred it to a group of people that we don't know where they came from. Many people are telling stories, and so many stories. But what I know very concretely and can be proven from the oldest history book is that our continent, Africa, was the cradle of civilization, the birthplace of civilization, and where people began exploiting the earth, as it is written in the history book, that multiply, increase, exploit the earth, have dominion. That is exactly what Africans were doing. But unfortunately, what actually transpired is that man became selfish and was not contented with what he has. And today, we are in that insatiable position and situation. And that's why Ambazonia, even though they are having the birthright of their nation, some manipulators have come in and they are making what they are making. And without the cooperation of some Ambazonians, would be in our land. But no matter what happened, we have gone through what we have gone through, and it is time for us to get to our land. And we are getting there. Whether the devil likes it or not, we are on the way. And if you think that you want to get into that line, in that land, join us. The interim government has increasingly proven that they are serious and they want to get into that land. And guess what? 3/4 of the people who have jumped out don't know exactly what is happening with them now. In the history of our land, reading from the original text of our history book, it is written that there is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end of that road is the destruction, And so many Ambazonians who started going to Boya, they met with thorns and thistles on the way, called it chukuchuku, and they decided to draw back. But when we read from other histories, like I've been telling you these past days, that the Americans were just 30%. 70% had given up. But how did they win? because they went with the Creator. They found out that there was a supreme being in whose hands all powers were kept. They decided to rely on that person. And that's exactly what, I don't know how many percentage or how much percentage of Ambazonians are actually lying in the arms of that man who created Ambazonia. But I am here to reassure you and to tell you very frankly that for the past 4 years, because this is 2022, and President Sako took over in 2018, if you put all together, 19, 20, 21, 22, this 4 years, and the story of Ambazonia and its restoration has sounded more than all the decades that our people started fighting. You may think that it's only because of the technological advancements in which we find ourselves today in this generation. Yes, but that's not all. It's because him who created the world has found somebody who said he could not do it by himself. I handed over to him. Now, there are a lot of people who have entities and they are relying on those entities. There is no blame game in this kind of a situation. But what we know is that if your truth is proven, drop what you are doing and join the truth that is proven. Putting all the years that Ambazonians have been fighting to get back to their land, of which I know the tip of the iceberg of what we enjoyed before and where we are today, even though at that time the open historical book was not very much available for everyone to read, but there is a DNA that came from God directly to the people of Ambazonia. And that DNA talks of truth. And once that truth is exhibited, I am telling you, the Ambazonian people will arise to know that truth, which in other words is called justice, will always have a way to come out. And that's what we are facing today. A lot of Ambazonians have opened their ears to hear all kinds of junk. But from the history book, we are given a warning. Be careful what you hear. So it's not everything you have to hear. I've heard people who have said that I have to hear this one and hear this one and hear this one. At the end of the day, because whatever you hear has a spirit, and that spirit can turn you around, because what you hear is what makes you. If you hear lies, you will believe lies, you will live lies, and you will not get what you want to get through lies. But if you hear the truth, that truth, which is justice, will take you to the appropriate and the right place that you're supposed to go. And that's what we are talking about. Now, once again, our history, which current events are actually building it up again. Some of us who are older will actually go right behind to compare what is going on today with what we have had in the past. Because what we have had in the past and what we are having now, we just need to make it to join up with what we had had before and then make it a little bit better. But the lies that they are being propagated, a lot of people are buying into the lies. And this is not strange to a person like me particularly, and to a lot of Ambazonians who know that only the truth can make you free. And only justice can bring peace. And we cannot pretend to say everything is okay we have seen a number of our slave elites who are slaves in La Republic. When they speak with water in their mouth. And let me say this here, a number of our elites who are in that bondage, they are crying. And because they don't have any leeway to get out, some of them are crying in silence. So they have consulted us behind. And we have also decided not to reveal their names because we know what human beings are, and we know what the devil is doing, and we know what God is doing. So I want to encourage you as an Ambazonian who is standing with this interim government, that all groups that La Republic has used and is using, so long and so far as they are building on lies, one day the lies will come out. They may be shouting Ambazonia, 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 we are going there. We are going to exit. We are going to recalibrate. We are going to do this. But if it's on lies, it will not work. And so we come here every now and then to encourage Ambazonians who are living in lies, who have been deceived, to get up and come back. Yeah, because if you come back, you will know the truth. And this very truth will make you free. That is what we are told. And that is what it is. Building on the truth is very fundamental. Yeah, a lot of people have been writing and have been saying a lot of things, and a number of people have decided to believe their lies, even if the truth is chewed and given to them. They still decide to remain in their lies and in their insinuations, fabrications, speculations, and lies. Ambazonians, it is time for us to come up, get into your national TV, the ABC, and listen to what they say. In some of the cases, there are a number of Ambazonians who come in here to analyze the lies that are being propagated there in the social media, just to put you on the right footing. But guess what happens? A number of people who have decided to harden their hearts, because he can tempt you, but he cannot force you to do what you do. The temptation is there, but they force you to do what you are to do. He cannot do it. So, but we come in here to debunk and lay a disclaimer to some of the lies and the false propagation that is going on social media, just to make you to understand that when we talk of politics, it is not the lies that you have been told or the kind of stories that you have been told that politics is lies. It's not true. I shall be coming back with church and politics to re-emphasize what we should know and what we should do. But for now, our history is very clear. 1st of January 1960, La République purportedly got their freedom from France. 1st of October 1961 was the day slated for our independence. Why did they do what they did? I don't know. But what I see is that God's hand is always in everything that happens, especially to those who trust and know that God is on the throne. And when you come to the knowledge of the truth, the next thing you do is that you jump into the train and join the people. You might have been fooled, like it has happened a few months ago. A lot of people were deceived. Some of them have jumped back, but some of them are still wallowing in the deceit. And every day, it is being proven that the deceit that they went into was not real. And something that is not real cannot over time become real. No, it's not possible. Something that is wrong today, which is having a wrong foundation and is actually a lie said to destroy the truth, can never eventually become the truth with longevity. The lie from the beginning is a lie to the end. And so our revolution and our fight to get back to our homeland, it has been proven very clearly over the years that we were held in bondage by La République du Cameroon because we were ignorant. And when the truth came out, that is why in our history, if we write down our history without remembering Paul Biya, then many of us will be a little bit ungrateful. Yeah, remember Paul Biya, not for the wickedness that he has shown to us. Even in that wickedness, he has made a number of us to dig out our reality. Do you know why an average La République du Cameroon member, and of course, which we were included, when they played the blind on us and we stupidly and foolishly accepted because we did not know the truth? The problem is that, or the plan is that, France had agreed with La République du Cameroon in 1958, 1959. They signed an agreement that no Ambazonian or Cameroonian would become the richest man and be able to run on its own, and that no company was going to overtake a company from France, that France was going to be the master and we were going to be the breadbasket. They had put those parameters in place. That is why prominent Ambazonians like Nanga Company Limited, like who again? We have like Kilo Ambrose. We have people like how do I forget these countries like this? I mean, these companies. These were people from Ambazonia who were actually prospering. They were able to build our roots. That is why schools like GTC, Amba were quickly closed down. That is why companies that were owned by different people like PWD, Public Works Department, which was actually the government branch of construction for the whole of the former British Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. The equipment were bought by the people, and La République played a game, took them away, created what they call Magini, took those equipment, took the best ones to Yaoundé, and the ones that were dilapidating, I mean, they threw it aside. And that's why institutions like Niba Automobile in Mutengeni, Chair Company, and then institutions like WADA, UNVDA in DOC, were crippled because these people were coming out with the mentality of building just like Britain is building, and there is no absolutely very poor person, and there is no absolute, well, we have very rich people, but they will not be as rich in terms of wealth and finances, like the Beti Bulu people that have stolen the best of Amazonia. Yes, we had the Moyuka timber industry, we have the Yoke sawmill. I mean, most of these industries were springing up to give us the modern day standard of what is obtained in Britain. France had nothing to offer to La République du Cameroon, and we were prospering and we were going. But these selfish people now decided to use some of our elites and mix up with the people that will open our doors to come and run in when France, through La République, was killing them, calling them maquisards. Since they still have their roots over there, they came in to cause destruction. And today we see where we are. Worse than we were living in the 1960s, where there was no internet, there was no what we call the IT industry today. We just had a few telephones and a few other means of communications. Now, when we were advancing in all these things, La République through France, that they had signed an accord that they did not even understand. Because let me tell you, the truth is that an average Ambazonia, even though we are very close to La République, but we are different people, different culture, different language, different aspirations, everything different. We do remember our brothers and sisters when we are eating, but La République, that was not their culture. We had Amba immense textile industry for shoes and for umbrellas and for clothes and so many other things. One of the things that we did not have was the factory of producing the devil in solution. And that devil in solution was eventually brought in from La République so that we can become dull, stupid, foolish. They tell you to drink and then forget your sorrows and forget your problems. When I talk of the industry of the devil in solution, I'm talking about the brasseries factory. I'm talking about the alcoholic factory that was imported from Lyon, where they have booze. And when you take it, you become redundant. You don't even reason. You don't even think. And when they introduce those kind of things, the devil in solution, to many Ambazonians, they started taking it. And of course, some of them were taking it with still their senses on, working very seriously. They were conscientious of time to go to work. When they are eating, they remember other people that were not there with them. I think we have heard and we have seen what is going on in the social media. One single individual catering away with billions of CFA. Money that can tar, from one person, can tar the stretch of road from Kumba to Manfe. One person will take it and put it in his pocket. And La République will be there because it's coming from their tribe. So we cannot stay with these people. We lived a life that was high life, where everybody had something to eat and had something to share with somebody somewhere. That confidence and trust was at the peak, which is what we call morality. But today, the moral decadence that has come from La République du Cameroon, we can see it spreading. A few of our gullibles who say they are Ambazonians, unfortunately, have bought into this stupid, dirty, wicked, stingy life. They have very good cars, but no roads to ride the cars. Even those who have stolen the money, they cannot even start They cannot even tar the stretch of road 1 kilometer or 1 mile, or what do I say, 1,000 meters into their own homes. They take the money, they stack it there, and people are dying and people are crying. That is the wickedness and the selfishness that we have refused to inherit from France and La République du Cameroon. And that's why they are mad. And a number of Ambazonians, whom I will always pity and tell the Ambazonians that we should pray for them, because their eyes have been actually blinded, both spiritually and physically. Those who were standing for the cause yesterday, today they have crossed carpet. It's not their will. They have been caught in a web. And that web that they have been caught in, unfortunately, they do not want to be in that web, but they find themselves in it. Why? Because there is a spirit. And that's why we have diversity of people, and we want to encourage our Ambazonian family, especially in the interim government here, to consult with one another, especially in the different fields of our specialty. Yesterday, we talked elaborately on the social media noise and rantings that are going on. And we stand as the interim government to disclaim anybody who is inciting anything that will go against the Geneva Convention. We know that the world is silent, but there are laws that we must maintain to prove that we are sane. Yes, at war. We are at war. If we are at war, should we just kill anybody that we see on our way? Oh no. There are particular people that we need to target during war. These are the enablers and the ones that are working for a government that is not giving us the peace and is not going to toe the line that they're supposed to toe. Not every individual in that land, not the innocent children, not the old women who cannot, the old men and women who cannot help themselves, that will kill them at home, will burn down their houses. No. It will just be as contrary as you taking your bath. You are just near your house, to those whose bathrooms are outside the house. You normally put your clothes up there before you take your bath. And while taking your bath, a madman or somebody comes and picks the dresses and start running. And then you jump out from the bathroom naked and you're running behind that person. Meanwhile, you can get back into your house. You can quickly jump out to your house, get down there, get another dress and cover your nakedness. Now, when they see somebody running with their clothes in front and you running behind, definitely it will be wrongfully placed that you are the mad person. And so the Ambazonian people will not go out to do crazy things because La République, who is not obeying any law, even their own laws, they are not obeying, and then we go out to follow them. And you say an eye for an eye. But let me tell you that story of an eye for an eye. If somebody uses his left hand to take out your right eye, and then you use your right hand to take out his right eye, you are wrong. That's why they were judges, to be able to tell you and find out how it happened, and then you will mete out to the person exactly how it happened. So when they say an eye for an eye, it doesn't mean that if somebody tore your eye with a leg, you should go and use your hand to take the eye. No, you'll be committing, you'll be wrong. You'll be wrong. So that's why in the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, even at wartime, there are rules and regulations that we must maintain. If we do not maintain and want those people to be judged on war crimes, definitely we too will be judged on war crimes. It is very clear that we are not the ones who started the war. But if they started the war and they are doing contrary, and you join in and you are doing contrary like they are doing, when it comes to the judgment, you will be in the same position. So that's why we are warning and telling Ambazonians that our history from the word go is a history of conscience that every other person has, but those who drink booze and drink charms and other things, they intoxicate themselves and they are behaving worse than animals. There is no judgment hall for any animal, and no human being is an animal. No human being is an animal. You were created in the image of God, whether you believe it or not. All native doctors, all witch doctors, all liars, all criminals, no matter who you were created in the image of God, but you decided to change and follow whom you are following. And that's why we are here, to alert you and to tell you that there is a judgment that is coming. Yes, there is a judgment that is coming. You who have framed up somebody, told lies, and you know that they are lies, just because you want to blackmail and destroy the reputation of this person, you will get your own share. I'm sure that 3/4 of us, if not all of us on the face of the earth, we believe in God, but we don't trust in that God. Our belief is just head knowledge, and sometimes it's just to fulfill all righteousness. Okay, let me also believe with them that there is God, and let me just also follow the way that it is God. Yeah, if you do that, well, there is a judgment that is coming, and that judgment that is coming, it will catch up with you. I've heard people talk of the law of karma. Yeah, what is the law of karma? Do to others as you want them to do to you. And tomorrow it will definitely happen. Just like you want them to do to you, it will be done to you by him who gave that order. Yes, that do to others as you want them to do to you. They call it the law of karma. But it is written in the history book that I'm reading. So, Ambazonians, we have come a long way. And from 2018 to 2022, which is 4 years, we have seen the finger of God in this our revolution. But it did not start today. It started in 1961, 1971, 1981, that's 20 years, 1991, 30 years, 2001, 40 years, 2011, 50 years, 2021, 60 years. But the flame and the fire of who we are has spread all over the world from 2018. It has increased and has gone to places in these 4 years more than it had gone in the past 50 years. Did you hear me? Meaning that because of who and where we are now, a lot of people in the world, different languages, different cultures, different tongues, they have heard about Ambazonia. Who is spreading it? You think it is you? Then what about the people who were spreading it before you came? Why did it not go as a wildfire as it is now? It's because there is a person that has been brought into this battle that some of you don't believe, but you say it with your mouth, and I thank God for you. If you have ever said that this is a God-ordained revolution, and you don't want to believe the way God works in the ordained revolution, some of us will believe. And that is why we are telling you that our history has drastically changed for the past 4 years, because it was officially and sincerely handed over to God Almighty, and He took it. Fellow Ambazonians, that is our history, and we are pushing on. If anybody is telling you any story, discard that story. It doesn't work. When you come out to create, they say, governing council, it will not work, because we went to La Republique to join them as a nation. And suddenly you come out and become a governing council, not a government. You are fooling who? Some of you who are advocating for a governing council, we know what has happened behind, because you are dirty and you play dirty politics, and you bring it to say that politics is dirty. No, this generation is with their eyes open and is telling you that dirty politics are played by dirty people, and that politics is not dirty per se. It is a game that is a very good game. But when you put bad players in a good game, what is the result? The result is bad results. But when good players are put in a good game, the results are fantastic. I want to advise those Ambazonians. Yesterday, I mentioned Wonja, who is still like 5 years behind, saying that President Sako steal money. I'm shocked that people of that nature living in abroad can still be so dull to be saying things that we have long passed. The people who actually stole the money, some of them are confessing now. Oh, we took the money, but it was scammed. And then the people who were in the treasury, in the national treasury, if Dr. Sako had taken any money from there, it would have been the headlines in every newspaper. La Republique has done everything to make sure that this man is put under the box, but his hands have come out clean. He's a human being. He has made some mistakes, just like every other person has done. But those mistakes that have been done, nobody is pointing a finger. You know why? Because we know that the devil has his own, and we want to protect his own. Who has ever asked some of these people who are advocating for governing council to give a report of their monies? Who has ever done that? But this man came out without a gun, without influence from other people, and he did an audit. But some people don't want to still believe the audit. They are believing their narratives. But bring us the evidence. No evidence. That is why we are telling you that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who came to save the world, he's still being accused today. Theories are being propagated, and theories are being propagated against him. And they are still bringing us some stories about him. Somebody that died and resurrected 2,000 years ago. Some are saying that he did not resurrect. Some are saying that he was one of the disciples that, I mean, so many stories. If they can say that to God Almighty, who came to save the world, what more of a human? Ambazonians, do you have ears to hear? Listen to the voice of truth. Any voice that does not bring evidence, because I particularly have been waiting for evidence, especially when Dr. Epa was calling for his comrades to produce practical physical evidence, and it was not found. I was waiting that when he gets the evidence, he will share with me. But there's no evidence up till tomorrow. And the people disgruntledly said that they are getting out of the interim government because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. We are hearing what is going on in the social media. I am not sending you there. I'm not sending you there. I hear people asking me, what of this person, this person, this person? I am for Amba history. I am not for the war. I mean, I am not in charge of the soldiers on home front. So anything about the names of these people you are asking me, we have departments. And until I confer with the department that is in charge of our restoration fighters, then and only then can I give you an answer. But for now, I will not say anything about some of the things that you guys are writing, because it is not in my capacity to say that. No, it is not in my field to say that. So, Ambazonians, I would like to draw us to a conclusion here by letting you know that on Saturday, we are going to have Gokutunja coming into draft. So the draft is getting on this Saturday. Don't be on the fence. Better come in and then have Gokutunja exercise what they are exercising, so that our people will know that the Federal Republic of Ambazonia is still on it again, and that nobody can stop the Federal Republic of Ambazonia from doing what they're supposed to do. All right, it is at this juncture and at this point that we will say thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for being with us. I would like you to continue to share so that the Ambazonian people will know that we are determined and we are going ahead. And whether you like it or not, it is working. And we are going to do it. Okay, Reverend Samuel, you say you want to remind us? All right, Abba Father, you know my name.
You know my name, Abba Father. You know me, you know my name, Abba Father. You know me, you know my name. You know my name, oh Daddy. You know me, you know my name. I can see your hand in my life. Jesus, you say I be a picking, no. Jesus, you say your love go cover me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I look around, now you are the feel.